Thank you, Gery. Local business guru, and I use that word very seriously. Gery Deer has become a pro at branding small businesses and setting them up for ultimate success. And we're very happy today that Gery is joining us now to share some of his branding tips, so welcome.
Thank you.
You are a guru, by the way.
Is that what I am now?
Well, you've become the guru.
I'll take it. Thank you very much.
So branding is the name of the game here.
It is.
So tell us about how to start a branding campaign for your own personal small business.
Well, it's interesting. Branding is kind of misunderstood by a lot of people. They think just slapping a logo on something like a cup or a pen is your branding, and that's not really it.
Like
just like those,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
But branding is a lot more than that. It actually consists of a lot of things. It consists of your name, your business logo. It consists of how you treat your customers, how your people are dressed, how they behave with everybody. The brand can go good, the brand can go bad. It can do a lot of different things based on what you're going to work with. So what we've got here are some examples of how those brands work. And over on the far right by you there, we have kind of the typical. You put a logo on the back of a jacket.
Sure.
That's part of your branding. Then we have the cup and the mug that you pointed out a minute ago. Yes, those are my logos all over everything.
This is all Gery stuff.
That's right. And then some things, I did the rest of the table, things that you don't normally think about as being a brand. These two books, for example, these are authors, and when you brand a book, you're actually setting up the author as the brand and the book is their product.
Okay.
So if you think about it that way, this is a reference book. It's a religious reference book, and this is a novel, and you can see they look very different, but even the things on the back of the book, you go to look at that, you're reading reviews, you're reading the content of what it's going to be about, some basics about the book, but those can really help you understand the brand behind that.
Yes.
And even all that is a part of it. Then over here, I'm going to go to the far, I'm going to skip this one for a minute.
Okay, all right.
Over here on the far left, we've got a service uniform. So if you're a service company and you can see my name's on it there.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a service business, everybody's dressed in a uniform. It's very well taken care of. It's clean. It's tidy. And obviously, as you're working, you're not going to stay that way. But it brings up that brand of your business. Now, finally, one you don't think about as much, when you look at this, the hat and the whip, what do you think of?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. So they can,
My
wow,
favorite.
it fits too. That's kind of cool. So Indiana Jones, you're seeing this stuff and you're thinking about George Lucas, Harrison Ford.
Right,
the
instantly.
movie, instantly.
Yeah.
This has become, it's not really a logo, but the image is all it takes. And you remember what you felt when you saw the movie, or that, wow, I can't wait for the next one, or boy, that last one was terrible.
Yeah.
You know, you have all these kinds of feelings, and that's what you're trying to do with a brand, is connect with the person out there on an emotional level.
So you don't even need the words like this image, you just need the symbol, and people know exactly what it is.
Yes. When you see the Apple logo, Apple is probably the best example of that, because they're able to do something where you can boost that, and they created their image with the non-IBM folks.
Sure.
So
Not to interrupt you, Gery, I do want to talk about this, so the common branding mistakes, just before we go out.
Oh, absolutely.
Touch on those just a little bit.
Well, choosing the logo before you even have a culture to your business, that's number one. You need to know what you're doing before you make a picture for it, because that's going to finally solidify it.
Right.
And then you have an inconsistent application of that brand. So one week you're doing the jacket, the next week you don't wear it. You know, it's that simple.
Pick it and stick with it.
Stay with it. That's right.
Pick it and stick it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wow. That's a different kind of branding. We'll talk about that next month.
But stick with it. Okay, Gery, thank you very much.